video, oops, it's too much over there. Too much of that. Hi everyone. In this video, I wanted to talk about how one of the key things that are a big problem for our spiritual evolution is really there are three things that we need to concern ourselves with. The reason I want to talk about this is because right now, with the increase of the solar flash energy that's on the planet, we are all being activated in some love light energy, as is the planet, and we have to consider taking advantage of this opportunity because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, because the planet has reached a 75,000 year threshold. As a result, lots of love light energies coming into the planet, and as I've mentioned before in my past videos. So now you might wonder how you could benefit from this. Best to consider things that are really against this activation, like for example that are not against it but they're not helping it. It's the easiest way to block yourself, and that is they are completely sex, and then the other one is money, and then the other one is pride, and they really go together. Number one is sex. This is how they deter you from your spiritual evolution, from your spiritual enlightenment. They use sex. That's how the dark forces recruit. Sex is very easy. Either they stimulate your mind to focus all the time on your genitals, or they would find a way to make you focus only on your genitals all the time, or on your senses that are usually more carnal, more primitive senses. Very often, you always find yourself with someone available to have sex with you. They always provide that for you. They always, if you're a man, especially if you're a man, they always provide you with women that are available, beautiful women that are available to have sex with you. And those are basically not having sex. They are really spiritual sex rituals. They are doing sex rituals on you. You may not even be aware of it. So that's one. And then the other one, I'm not saying sex is bad, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying that it is a tool that is being used by dark forces, by the negative forces, to recruit. That's one of the things they do. They recruit. The other thing I would say is money. It's a very flattering. People are getting promoted to higher position, and very often these positions, you don't realize what you get yourself into, except that you see that you're getting a big 6-figure salary, until further down the road you realize there's certain things you have to do in order to maintain that status, and you can't even, sometimes it's hard to back out of it because you've already committed yourself way too far into the deal, the whole process. So that's money. And the other thing is pride. If you have a lot of pride, we have to learn to curb our pride and cultivate humility. That is so important. Cultivate humility. That's another way the dark forces recruit, is through pride. They make you proud. They make you become a very ego. They challenge your ego. If you don't have an ego, they like look for it to find an ego in you. So they want your pride to come into the picture. And when your pride comes into the picture, which is not real, it's not natural for us to have pride, to be proud, to have pride. And so when that comes into the picture, then you become basically you're like a guinea pig. I don't know, without my pride you cannot hurt me. Once you have pride, you hurt my pride, you did this to my pride. So they want you to have pride, so they will cultivate that in you, which is not a natural trait of a human being, but they will cultivate pride, and they will cultivate sexual hunger, sexual appetite in you, and also they will cultivate, of course, a desire for money. And if you notice that if you ever had a little bit of money, the more you have, the more you want, but at the end of the day, it's just paper sitting in the bank. Other than feeding your family and putting a roof over your head and getting the basics. So I just wanted to mention that. Be aware of the fact that now it's happening more than ever before, that those three tools are being used. Those are dark tools of darkness. I'm not saying sex is dark. I'm not saying money is dark, but I'm just saying those are tools. And I'm not saying to be humble, let people walk on you like a carpet. No, but I'm saying like these three key tools are the tools that are the metaphysical tools that are used the most by dark forces, because they are heavily busy recruiting right now, and 24/7, no breaks, and they are using sex as number one, primarily on men that are on the righteous path. And then they are using and same with the female. They harass female with the need to constantly touch themselves, the need to have sex. They're always putting a man in front of you to go out with him. They want you to date, they want you to be having sex, they want you to be touching yourself all the time. They need that. They need for you to be obsessed with your lower energy center and not be obsessed with your heart center energy, your your 12th chakra energy, your 12th energy, your third eye, and your they don't want these things. You kidding me? They want you to be stuck down there. Don't forget, sex, the energy center of sex is way down there, folks. That is it. So when the energy comes in, if you're obsessed with sex, it's stuck right there. Everything is stagnated. That's why they keep doing that. And the other thing is that basically you stay in the animal kingdom. You're having a hard time coming out of the animal kingdom when you're constantly focusing on sex. And the other one is, like I said, is money, because it's about greed. You keep wanting money, more and more money all the time. You never have enough of it because they use that to recruit. And the other thing, like I said, is pride. With money comes a lot of pride, right? The more pride you have, when it comes to spiritual empowerment, it comes with great deal of humility, a great deal of humility. And without humility, there's no spiritual enlightenment, there's no spiritual empowerment, because spiritual powers are very powerful tools, powerful gifts, and to have access to those with humility is really required. Until then, I leave you in the peace and the love light of the one creator, the most high, the one love light, and I will talk to you soon. I love you all. Thank you again. Thank you.